It seems like the Kenyan president, guys, just confirmed us that possibly the collapse is imminent within the next few weeks and whatnot, guys. Pay very close attention because today we have a lot to talk about and it's getting actually crazy here. From Johnny Deaton, XRP has the most attractive risk to reward ratio in my opinion. The judge's ruling is coming down within the next few weeks, maybe this week. Wait a minute. Wow! Within the next few weeks, guys. But at the same time, what do we see right here? That the market will change within a few weeks. The Kenyan president predicts. Wait a moment. We're going to get to that point in just a bit, guys. You see how this is all tying in together. Again, what did we say it a long years ago? We were the first ones, guys. The XRP community was the first people to state this, right? Bell Jester and us right here. Is that everything will happen all at the same damn time, right? It's going to be like the Big Bang, or overnight, or flipping that switch, guys, right? It's all going to simultaneously be happening at what certain points in time. Now, which is fascinating, by the way. If the SEC wins, what's the downside from 45 cents? Ripple appeals and we get the status quo. Ripple wins and it's made clear XRP is in the security. Upside? Exactly, guys. Which means what? Pump and literally never stop. Not to mention, everything else is supposedly all the stars are aligning at this point in time, right? By the way, guys, I did want to state right here that BG123 did state XRP is waiting to get clarity. Then things will start to go crazy. Now, when in doubt, think about this, guys. Judge Sarah Netburn for the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York called the agency out for argumentative hypocrisy, writing that its vacillating arguments suggested the SEC was adopting its litigation positions to further its desired goal and not out of a faithful allegiance to the law, right? So all of these people literally hate the SEC. Well, what is the SEC really doing at this point in time, guys, right? Gary, where's Gary? Wait a moment, here he is. From Wall Street Silver, attendees of Janet Yellen's Friday emergency meeting hint everything's not fine. So remember, Janet Yellen had that Friday emergency meeting, right? With talks about the economy and all that stuff. In attendance at the council meeting by video conference were the following members: Janet Yellen, Jerome Powell, right, the head of the Fed. We go down here. Look at that, guys. Gary Gensler, Chair, Securities and Exchange Commission. He was here. You don't say, guys, right? You see how they know that the collapse is imminent? And Gary Gensler, or the SEC's what, guys? The SEC's literally delaying the case to match up with the collapse. So I hope the collapse takes place very soon, right? Instead, if the case doesn't conclude here within the next month or so, guys, I already stated my opinion a long time ago that I believe it's going to conclude during the collapse by max 2025, right? This isn't financial advice, but those are just my observations that we have seen throughout everything, guys. Now, Kenyan president recommends his citizens who hold US dollars to get rid of them. The market will change within a few weeks, he predicts. Listen to this. This is the craziest thing, guys. Wait, what?
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
This market is going to be different in a couple of weeks, guys. So what's going to change, huh? Right? And then people are saying they don't take advice from Kenyan politicians, right? I'll just wait for Jim Cramer's advice and do the opposite. I already know for a fact what Jim Cramer's role is, guys, right? At one day he's going to announce that everything is not fine, but people won't listen to him and things will collapse. It's like he's playing the fool. Now, could it be what, guys? Bricks, right? Bricks upon bricks upon bricks, maybe. But you know what I noticed, guys, in a couple of weeks and whatnot? What I noticed is everyone's calling for the demise of the dollar, guys, or the USD, right? What are our opinion here? Well, the dollar will go down, right? Because stocks and cryptos will go up. It's inverse correlated. But I believe the dollar rises from the ashes, guys, as well, like XRP. Maybe it's going to tie in together, right? They both go up while everything else crashes because the collapse is imminent by, you guys already know when, right? It's funny that a lot of people are saying the dollar is going to die. I don't know, guys. tomorrow we have a BG123. In the pictures, it shows that it isn't. We'll talk about that in the tomorrow Riddler video, guys. Now this is a quick decode. Video was made 4 days ago. Quote unquote, a couple of weeks, ends on April 6th. That's crazy. UK financial new year. Wow, what are the chances of that, guys? Pretty crazy if you ask me. Now, JP Morgan sent its executives to meet Ripple. Right, if you go all the way down here, someone posted 5.5 years ago. There were 15 senior executives from JP Morgan in Ripple's office this afternoon, right? So people were saying they threatened Ripple, guys, right? Because they're in bed with Ethereum. But check this out. This is how you guys know it's all a show, guys. This ETHgate show. Supposedly JP Morgan hates XRP, but they definitely don't. They love XRP, guys, right? All of these things. Come on, guys, the proof is in the damn pudding. And remember, we're literally talking about every bank out there loves XRP. Not to mention, hold on a minute. We actually talked about this before. Credit default swaps for Charles Schwab are surging, right? Every time this happened, guys, the other banks collapse, right? Silicon Valley Bank, and then Deutsche Bank is next. But check this out. Justin, CNBC has reportedly delisted the credit default swap data for 5 banks, including JP Morgan and Bank of America. So this is maybe he's telling the truth, guys, that things were about to change dramatically, right? Which means the collapse is here, basically, if he's telling the truth. Because if you go back to this tweet, so CNBC basically delisted the report or the data for 5 banks, including JP Morgan and Bank of America. JP Morgan deleted. Bank of America deleted. Wells Fargo, interesting, deleted. Wow. Maybe these banks are up next, guys, right? The reason why they deleted is so we don't see possibly what's about to happen to the banking system, guys, right? Charles Schwab is already surging, as you guys can see. What happened to the other banks that happened? That the same thing happened, guys. Well, they literally collapsed, right? So let's prepare just in case. Seems like the collapse is near. Next tweet from Ross Van der Meer's final video message. The collapse of 2 major banks and many more. Time will tell. You guys see how this all ties in together. How did the Riddlers know? Years ago, guys. I'm intrigued by the current events. Why? Because we know where we are. Credit Suisse, checkmark. Deutsche Bank, next, guys. Loading, right? Check this out. This is the craziest thing.
Peace in Middle East. Quantum technology, quantum financial system, stock market collapse, collapse of 2 or 3 major banks, and many more. Some of them all
again, collapse. It's all going to happen at the same damn time.
Already came to reality, but some of them did not yet. Time will tell. Everything is planned. Trust our plan. Do you see what is happening around the world right now? Yes, something is not right. Is there anything right in our time? We are here to fix it. Change in structure is inevitable. We are at the point of no return. Donald Trump, President of the United States, our leader, has commenced his plan to take back sovereignty of America from Rothschild family and their army of central banks. They are in panic. They don't have any choices left. They will have to either surrender or face death. Trust our leader, Donald Trump. 2020 will be the year the world will go.
Remember, he will come back into the play, Donald Trump, when the collapse takes place. Don't you see, right?
Go upside down. Expect the unexpected. US-China trade deal was the first world economy structure to new has begun and it's in progress. Many of billionaires and those who are in power and fame already added digital assets, including mostly XRP, in their portfolio. Institutions, banks, hedge funds, exchanges, and other financial and biggest IT companies are looking to hold XRP in near future. XRP standard. Everything will be decentralized. Everything will be transparent. Everything will be interoperable. And everything will be watched. On one and only, XRPL. AIIB is ready to fully embrace and launch their new reformed digital finance system, with help of HSBC, and you'll know how. Gold and energy standard economy. We will witness the return of gold standard economy in our lifetime, near future, with energy and XRP-backed system. Why did central banks purchase tons of golds for last few years? Why did JP Morgan have been buying up tons of silver for last few years? They know Trump is going to change the financial system forever. Central banks will no more take advantage on us. Level playing field is ready. Transparency is here. In other words, everything will be monitored. Everything will be in control, piece by piece. Donald Trump declared US is independent from Middle Eastern oil. We have shale. Oil is an important factor in gold energy standard economy. Why do you think Donald Trump declared such thing? Gold is not enough to back current economy. That's why we need energy resource to back the new system with gold. We will start with energy-backed economy. Then gold will come along, and XRP is ready to provide liquidity to both. Timing is everything. We've only got one shot. The time is near. The biggest wealth transfer in our history is in front of our eyes. There is no turning back. There is no point of return. Make America great again. Keep America great again. I am Marvin Gaye. Expect us. End transmission.
There you guys go. It's funny because Ross Vandermeer was talking about 2020, right? It's when it all begins. Check this out. Since March 2020, we have seen the largest stats in over 100 years. Over $4 trillion in printed stimulus. Interest rates lowered to 0% overnight. Interest rates rising at their fastest pace in history. Inflation at its highest in 40 plus years. Closest we have been to WW3. Oil prices go from negative to $100 plus with record high gas prices, right? All these things, guys. How? Largest crypto bear market in history. Record high credit card debt of $986 billion. Most unaffordable housing market in history. Less affordable than 2008. Second and third largest bank collapses in United States history. If you have started investing in 2020, you have seen more historic events than most people have seen in 20 years plus, guys. Volatility is a new normal, right? It's not something. Since 2020, all of these things happen, guys, and it's going to even get more and more till we see the damn collapse takes place, right? Then the new financial system supposedly goes live, which we do believe. It's funny because one of these feds, the United States banking system is resilient and sound, right? This is how you know it's not, guys, right? It literally isn't when they're stating it is. Why? They're borrowing. They have to keep printing, right? It's literally a monster bubble we're talking about, guys, and it's very scary when it does truly collapse on itself. Not to mention, check this out from Anthony Welfare. Banking crisis facts, right? He is a CBDC advisor at Ripple, by the way. What does he state right here? Is it me, or is it in 2020 the reserve requirement ratio was set to 0. That means banks do not need to keep any reserve at all, or any reserves at all. Is it me, or is that just pure suicide for the banking system? Even he's talking about it's game over, guys, right? So this is the craziest thing, guys. What's really going to happen? There is no money. Then David Shore say something like, "We truly find out that there is no money." Interesting, guys. This all leads to the same damn conclusion: the collapse, not financial advice. Prepare. What is that? So guys, amazing, NS. See ya.